All right, we are live. Today is October 29th, 2025, and we just got news this second that the Fed has lowered the rate by 0.25%. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see a little bit of what's going on. Let's see here. So that is show the news. It's like, okay, this stuff is happening. Let's see what's happening. SPX 6908. So it was already there. NASDAQ not really moving up much. This was already telegraphed. We already knew this. So this is, watching it as it's happening. The Russell 2000 going up a little bit, maybe to where it was before in the day, but no massive move so far. It's only been a couple minutes. The treasuries, yes, that's a move. So the yield is actually going up, and 10 years also going up, which is interesting. Over 4% again. So that you have interest rates actually going up. Fed cutting rate, interest rates are going up on the treasuries. So that's right. That's the opposite of what you would expect to happen. What else? Uh, So now they're going to be starting to talk. Okay. Um, as we can see, oil's still up, markets are still up. Um, and so that's what we were expecting. That's what happened. Um, and we'll keep an eye on it. And the Nasdaq is, or the stock market, the S&P 500 is actually heading lower right now. So we're below 6,900 where we were on the S&P. We're up about 9 points. It's going back and forth. So not that big a deal. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see. All right. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to be waiting for the Mr. Powell to come out and talk and see if we're going to get another rate cut in December. The markets are pretty much pointing to a yes. We'll see if he makes any comments. Of course, he doesn't have any news from the federal government to say what's going on in the economy because of the shutdown. Private data is showing that the jobless numbers are increasing. So more and more people are getting out of work, being laid off. There's a couple of big announcements this week. Amazon, GM, I think even Ford, or maybe Ford was last week, but Amazon and GM are laying people off. A couple other larger companies are also laying off thousands of people. So yes, more people are being laid off now. Part of it is AI. We'll see. AI is going to continue to be an issue. In fact, I spent the whole day yesterday working with it. I, so it's like, as you might have known, if you've been following us, we are launching something called the Club, and we actually put it together pretty quickly, and it was done by one person on our team. She's really smart and really good at her job, but without AI, what would have taken probably months was able to be done in a few weeks. So, I mean, it's incredible. We would not have been able to launch the club in as fast a time as we did without AI. And I think that is going across all over the different companies. I mean, we're a small company and it's having a major effect on us. I've seen a lot of other companies, business owners that I talk to that are using AI to benefit them. They're creating products faster. They're creating ads that are more efficient. They are, increasing revenues and they are cutting costs. So I would say this is a live, so I'm here on YouTube. Hello. But I'm seeing more and more and more stuff on YouTube, which is completely fake. It's all AI generated. It's not real. The even people now, influencers, I don't know how I got connected to it, but now on my Facebook feed, they show the little reels right? And I'm seeing girls in bikinis, and there's music playing, and the girl just walks around. And she might be in the beach, she might be in a pool, she might be in a house, but she's always wearing a bikini. And it's totally AI. It's fake. It's not a real person. I did a little investigating, and it seems like there's people, men, behind these accounts, usually in Asia, and they are creating these models with AI generated tools and just putting these little clips on Facebook. And Facebook now, if you don't know this, but Facebook actually pays you now to post content on Facebook. So if you're posting a lot of content and you're getting people to watch and click and share and all that stuff, you actually get paid. So now it's, people who are not even anywhere close to making minimum wage that we have in the US, they have all the time in the world. They can't find a job. They're going online using these tools for like 20 bucks a month, creating these videos and putting them all over the internet. So it's a crazy time that we live in. um, Jennifer says that she has a friend in training development who says the same thing. Time to create a course has gone from 3 months to 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people put out stuff in a couple days, and now it's not even about courses. The course generation is almost gone. Like people are not going to be buying courses because you want a question, you can go to ChatGPT or Perplexity or any one of these and just type in the question and get an answer. It's going to be more about tools. And so the biggest thing now is these people that are on top of AI and teaching AI for marketing. They're going around and saying, hey, you need to come up with a tool and use something called vibe coding to make your tool and then sell that or give it away instead of giving away a free ebook that nobody reads anyway. You give them a free tool or you sell it for like $5 or $10 or whatever, and that's how you generate. And these things can be done in a matter of days. So really crazy times. But coming back to the market, yeah, we're still about the flat to where we were before. Um, Again, they told us this was going to happen, right? 100%, almost 100% chance of it happening. Looks like the Dow's down a little bit from where they announced. Um, but we're still sitting at all-time highs today. Everything is at all-time high. S&P all-time high. Nasdaq, Dow Jones, Russell. Gold is actually up today after falling. So that's something to watch. Good for me because I'm long. Uh, but yeah, that gold looks like it's moving up a little bit, back above 4,000. So that's bullish for gold. And we'll see what happens. So I was watching CNBC's coverage last night of uh, I guess it's like an investor conference or an AI conference or something head by NVIDIA. So it was a NVIDIA conference that they normally have, but this year they moved it to Washington, D.C. because they wanted President Trump to come and speak and talk. So they moved it there so that it would be easy for him to just, drive over and talk. He did not. But NVIDIA did mention they made an announcement yesterday that they're investing in Nokia. The Nokia, the old phones that never got broken. Probably had one of those back in the day. They're investing $1 billion in Nokia. They added another deal with Palantir. They invest. They announced a bunch of things. But from what the reporter was saying that she talked to the head of NVIDIA. She talked to a lot of the other heads of other companies there. It does seem, and she was kind of hinting at this. She didn't come out and say it, but she was kind of hinting that there is something coming down the pipe. That these companies, these AI companies, they are not really afraid of the constraints as they were, or they might be, or we might think they would be. And the constraints are chips, the constraints are energy, the constraints are storage, but they are not afraid of these constraints, and they are full speed ahead. Meaning that they do have the eye or the ear of the president, meaning that there are probably some deals in the works that we don't know about, some stuff happening where the regulations and whatnot might be tossed out the window in order to alleviate these constraints. the biggest one is probably energy. And so there's a company, one of my favorites, CCJ, yeah, Chemico. It's a Canadian company. They make nuclear power plants and it's all nuclear related. They came out with an announcement yesterday that they had a deal, and so their stock was up majorly. That one by just happened to be a threshold stock, which I was waiting for. I was waiting for it to cross $100, and it went straight to 109 on this announcement. So I was like waiting and waiting and waiting for this one to cross over 100 so that we could get to 100, the profit target, and it just went straight to 109. So oh well, there'll be others, but so that one is the large. So keep an eye on that one. CCJ is the symbol. That's the largest nuclear power plant company in the North Americas. They are a Canadian company. And so, if anybody wants to do a deal, they probably have to do with them. Now, there are other also, like there's Oklo, OKLO. That one is up a lot as well today. So there might be some of these names that are having some momentum behind them. And the reporter also mentioned that this news that she was referring to might be coming before the end of the year. So based on that, it does seem like, if you believe what she was saying, and you can check it out and see, check CNBC and see how it is for yourself. But it does seem like we are, at least the tech, NASDAQ, and the AI domain is going to continue to get up higher and higher till the end of the year. Not everybody is going to participate, but NVIDIA is definitely participating. And today, it's like I think it's the first $5 trillion company in the world, in history of the world. So definitely, definitely making a difference. And Palantir was also mentioned yesterday. Palantir is also all-time high today. And so, keep an eye on it. I think it's going to keep working. So you dance with the girl that brought you, right? And so this stuff has been working. We're going to keep playing it. And it doesn't seem like there's anything in the middle to slow it down. Inflation has come down a little bit. Jobs, unemployment, yes, it's going up, but that's not really affecting AI because AI is actually causing that. So that might actually show the power of AI, that AI is the biggest thing that they're talking about now is like, okay, yeah, there's AI, but is anybody actually using it? Right? Are they actually achieving anything? And so for a while, the only few companies that were actually using AI profitably were like Facebook. And that's why Facebook outperformed a lot of the other companies. But now, based on my own experience, Jennifer saying the same thing. There are a lot of companies that are using AI tools to cut their workload, do a lot more, and like just for example, we as a OptionGenius have been using an AI tool. I don't know what it is. I don't even know the name of it. I don't know how it works, but we subscribe to it. I think it's like $20 a month. And what it does is it takes these lives that we do. We're doing two of these a week, and we talk for about a month, an hour, not a month. We talk for an hour, different topics. And this AI tool, you feed it the video, and it will use its AI brain to figure out, okay, what are we talking about that could be viral, that could be worthy of somebody wanting to listen to? And so then it cuts the 1 hour video into smaller 30 seconds or 20 seconds or 1 minute clips. And then it schedules those clips automatically to be posted on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on wherever the hell we want to post it. And it's all done automatically. Probably not the best content in the world, but it's getting out there, it's getting views, it's getting shares, it's getting likes, it's getting followers, subscribers, all that stuff. And it's just, it's a simple $20 tool. Now, before, if we wanted to do this, like a year ago, we wanted to do this, it would have taken a human being to sit there, watch the whole 1 hour video, try to figure out, okay, hey, that might be worthy of somebody watching. That might be worthy doing the cutting and the making into tiny little videos, then going manually and posting on all these. It would have taken a full-time job for a person. So that's cut into not even a full-time job. It's just done automatically. One person just takes the video, sticks it in the thing, and it cuts and it posts automatically. So yeah, it's crazy where we're at now. The time of content overload is definitely here. Um, and Yeah, so the markets look like they're still holding steady about where they were. So um, not bad. I was thinking that the markets are going to pull back today. If we get what we expected, it's kind of like a sell the news event, but we didn't really sell the news. So I don't think we go much higher today. It depends. I guess everybody's waiting for Powell to come out and talk. That's what they're waiting for. So we'll see what happens when he comes out. I don't expect any groundbreaking revelations from Powell today. Um, so what else? There was a question that came out that I wanted to mention or I wanted to go over. Uh, all right. And so Okay, so this was a question that we received via email. Say, hey, my name is Clayton. I'm 17 years old, a junior in high school. I came across your podcast, got me interested in trading. I'm confused. I don't know what direction to go. My long-term goal is to trade options for a living. I signed up for a simulator on Investopedia to learn before I put real money to use. I'm confused on how to trade exactly. Do I have to buy to sell? I'm confused on how it works with terminology, what to look for. I listened to your speech and I'm option clueless. What do I do? So, Clayton, number one, I'm very happy that you are actually doing this. I'm trying to get my kids. One is in high school, one's in middle school, the other one's elementary. She don't care. But the two boys, I'm trying to get them interested. And I'm like, hey, you guys want to learn how to trade? And they're like, yeah, okay, Dad, whatever. And I'm like, so I'll keep working on them, but I'm glad that you're 17, you're looking for the future. And really it's a lot, for you as a 17-year-old, I think it would probably be easier than for somebody starting in their 50s or 60s, just because there's a lot less that you have to unlearn or that you have to push aside that you've think that you know or think that from experience or whatnot that you've done other trades and everything. Um, or other books you've read or other experiences that you've had. And so I feel that you're probably better off than a lot of people because you're starting with a blank slate. And I mean, just reading your question, it's like, oh, okay. A few months ago, I would have been telling you, oh, do this and do that, start with our book and do this and maybe passive trading course. And right now, there's only one answer, and it's join the club. That's it. That's the answer. Join the club. Everything you need is in there, and that's why I'm excited and I'm happy that we put this together. It's been something that we thought about first, like 3 years ago. Started working on it a little bit, but then market power came in. We found that, and then everything was put aside for us to work on market power, and then now we're finally going back to the club. It launched today for the first few people. I don't even know how many people have joined. But yeah, so we launched it today. We're gonna have a few people come in and they're gonna kick the tires. They're gonna, tell us what's working, what's not working. We're gonna work with them to basically take them from where they are to where they want to be. Um, and so I'm excited about that. That's the new way forward for the company. Um, we're not going to be like making courses. We're not going to be doing a lot of stuff that is, well, it's not really working anymore. Um, People have unfortunately stopped reading books. I still love books and I'm still going to be writing books. I actually have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I want to write, that are about different option trading strategies and techniques and whatnot. And yes, I will be using AI to help me along the way. Otherwise, it would take me years. Passive Trading, the book, took me actually like probably 2 years to write from scratch. But it did take me years and years to actually learn all the stuff to be able to write the book. So now with AI, I think the process of writing a book will be much faster. Um, So we'll be writing more books, but people don't read as much. People don't take courses. Most courses don't even get finished. Most people don't even do them. I think there was a study done by teachers or some company that helps teachers online, and it was basically that how many people who buy a course actually finish the course, and it's less than 10%. So it's like, okay, it's not doing a lot of good if people are not even finishing it. So that's why we've changed into the club. It's more of a, hey, I'm at this stage in my trading career, and okay, if that's the stage you're at, then this is what you need right now. And so you get spoon fed exactly what you need at that specific time. We're not going to give you stuff to overload you, to make you overwhelmed, and to give you stuff that you're not ready for. You might say, oh, yeah, I want to learn this strategy. Well, if you're not ready for it, it will not be listed there. It will be somewhere else. So, I mean, we're not going to stop you if you want to learn a specific strategy. So, yes, that information will be there. You can learn that as well. But on the path that we've laid out, um, it's just going to tell you exactly what you need to know as you need it. So, back to the markets. Yep, they're still about flat. Actually heading a little bit lower. Uh, okay. So, back to you, Clayton. I would say as a new person, I would say learn the terminology, if you don't join the club. If you're not joining, that's fine. But yeah, learn the terminology. If you're not going to join the club, get the passive trading book, learn the difference between selling options and buying options and why one is better than the other. I'm kind of biased on that. But I've seen the results of both, and one works a lot better than the other. So understand the difference between that. You have a simulator, that's great. You might want to sign up for an account at a brokerage that allows you to do some paper trading. You don't have to put money in. You can just paper trade for free, and try to put some trades on. Cool. All right. What else? Let me see. If you guys have any questions, those of you guys who are watching, any comments, let me know. Uh, no comments. All right. I see a bunch of you people watching, but nobody's nobody's making a comment. All right. And then I did want to get to the SmackDown. So today is the 29th, right? The end of the month is on the 31st, which is Friday. We are going to be having a live, and that is when we're going to be shutting off the SmackDown. And we're going to be coming out with the winner. So let me pull that up, and then I will share my screen so that we can see where everybody's at today. Now, this might change, right, after Powell comes out, but as of right before they cut rates, this is what was going on. So, Connor, I know you're there. You went against the grain. You're down a little bit. Open Doors also down. Thermo something, whatever, TMO is up a little bit. Mark is down. Who's in the lead? So we got Mark Strickland still in the lead at Geos, but his lead has actually shrunken. He's at 24%. And then we have Sanjay with Micron at 21%. So last time we looked at this, which was on Friday, it looked like Mark Strickland and Geos were going to take it and just run with it, and nobody was going to come close. But Micron is actually coming up, and let's see, anybody else have a chance? Well, Palantir has a chance. Intel is even higher now. So that one, I don't know if it'll get there, but it's up nicely. Connor saying, "Don't give up on me yet." Well, I hopefully I really am rooting against you, Connor. I don't want the market to go down. I don't think it's going to go down. So I'm positioned really bullish. I got me a bunch of TQQQ and SPXL, which are both 3 times leveraged ETFs for the upside for the SPX and the Nasdaq 100. So yeah, if you do well, my friend, I will not be a happy camper. Uh, so we'll see how it goes. But it was a good technique, right? In this type of thing, you have a month and you're like, okay, everybody's going to be bullish. I'll go bearish. And if I get lucky, then I'm going to win. Who knows what's going to happen? So I do like what you did there. Um, you know, there were a couple of things like, like Merck. I don't know who is less is more, but Merck, great company. They're doing well, but in this type of contest, I don't think it's gonna win. I probably would have gone with like a biotech stock that has some good news coming out or something, and it just has the ability to go up like 50% or 100% or 20% or 30% or something. Um, so it is what it is. Some of these companies that were doing well are not anymore. So BMNR, this was one that I was in, down 10%. Hood down for the month, down 2%, even though it's done really well over the past year, it kind of stalled out and is moving sideways. So, so that's where we're at now. The announcement for the winner will be made on the live on Friday. So we will pay attention if you're interested. If you're playing, then check it out. And then we will also be launching the SmackDown for November on the live next week. So basically, same way as we did this one on Friday's video, it'll be posted on YouTube. You pick your symbol and you post it in the comments. And we'll probably give you a couple days to post those. And then first person that posts the comment is the one that gets it. If there are any duplicates, um, you can go negative or you can go short, but just let us know, hey, I want to do this symbol and I want to be short. So we'll put you there, and then we'll watch it as a short. This time, what do we have? We got 16 people doing it, so maybe we'll have some more next time. It's just something fun, and we do have a pretty nice gift that will be mailed out to the winner. I don't even have one of these. We ordered these. They're really cool. They're something that I keep talking about and I keep showing, and I'm not gonna say what it is. But it comes in a box about yay big. So it's a decent size. It's a decent size thing. It's golden color, with a base, a wooden base. And we had these, they weren't handmade, but we had the OptionGenius name hand put on it, which was really cool. And so we had a few hundred of these made, shipped over. They did cost a pretty penny. And we haven't done anything with them yet. So now we are. We're starting to give these away. So that'll be fun. And if Mark wins or whoever does win, we're gonna ask him, hey, once you get it, take a picture with it and show us what it looks like. And so we'll be able to share that when it does win or when it does get there. Um, so, all right, let me stop sharing here. Uh, does look like Powell is not speaking yet, but let's see. Yeah, markets are still hovering around the same spot. So nothing really going on yet. We'll see what happens when Powell comes out and talks. Um, all right. Uh, so just to recap, markets are at all-time highs. We got another or another quarter point cut today. We'll see what Powell says about having another quarter point cut in December, which probably is going to happen. It says here that two of the governors dissented, that did not want to cut, and one guy wanted to cut 50 points. So it seems like most of the Fed governors did want to cut. That was a little bit different from last time when there was 10-9. So most of them wanted to cut this time. They are ending quantitative tightening in December, which is their balance sheet. Um, so let me go ahead and share my screen again because Powell just showed up. I don't know if you guys can hear, but if he does say anything, it'll be in the red breaking news portion. I can't hear him either. I don't have my headset on. Um, let me see. Let me put my headset on and see what he says. I can translate. All right. Inflation somewhat elevated, job market cooling. December 1 is when all the balance sheet will be bad. And the market or the economy is picking up. So that's good news. All right. Well, you guys don't need me to translate. You can hear it for yourselves. Um, and so based on that, I'm gonna go knock it off. Um, and we'll see how the market reacts to this afterwards. I don't think we're gonna have much of an impact, but we'll see, and then we'll get back on Friday. Again, um, yeah. So based on this, I'm not changing my stance. I'm not changing any trades. I'm still long gold, long the markets. Um, I'm still trading oil. Is not really doing much. It's been very range bound. Did dip below 60 on some news, but now it's back above 60 or close to it. And so that's been fine. That's been pretty much going sideways. That's been a great trade. And just be aware, because there is, and I didn't mention this earlier, but the market has been frothy. It has been looking like it's a bubble. Now, the AI stuff is what been listed as a bubble, but I think that a lot of other companies, a lot of other stocks are actually acting like bubbly. And so we're into earnings season, right? Facebook is having earnings, Google is having earnings, both of them after the bell today. That's something to keep an eye on. But the thing is that if these companies do not do well on earnings, if they do not share good news, they are, and the companies that have not done that have been taken out to the woodshed. Fiserv, I'm not even sure what they do. They're down about 20% today because they had bad earnings. Netflix was also down several percentage points because their earnings people didn't like, even though it wasn't even that bad. Just the analysts didn't like it, and the stock sold off massively. So be aware of that. Be careful. Going into earnings, if you are into a trade that you need good earnings to come out with, just be careful. Just this is probably not the time to do it and to think that, oh yeah, my trade will be okay even if they have a bad earnings because they'll drop, maybe 5% on earnings. No, they might drop 30%. So keep an eye on that. The average true range of most stocks has increased, most commodities as well. And so you can see that every day the moves are just much, much larger than they've been in the past. That kind of tells you, hey, we're approaching, overbought territory. It could be a bubble, could be not, or we could be heading higher, but it is definitely something to keep an eye on and be aware of and be careful for. So, with that, I'm going to let you go. We'll see you guys all on Friday, and let's see what Powell says. Hopefully, he doesn't say much of anything, and the markets continue to progress as they are. I would like them not to go up as much. Um, you never want a runaway market, where it's just running 1%, 1%, 1% every day. Feels good, but in the end, it's not healthy. So we'll see what happens. All right, my friends, we'll talk to you soon.